like home.
Lucy, I'm home.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
And good afternoon, Cindy Dole. This is Hour 2 of Home Wizards, your radio home for all things home, garden, and life improvement. We're here every Saturday from 2 to 4, and if you're just discovering me, you're going, what's this show all about? We missed you. Supposed to be in at 2. We have a lot of fun for 2 hours talking about the spaces you call home. Just a moment ago, we were talking with my husband, Ben there, Bill, on really the important things that you should think about in a contract whenever you're about to hire somebody for a home improvement. You know, it's one of those things that's a chore. You don't want to do it. We were talking about having to go into the city and get the permits and yada, yada, yada. But if you don't do it, you're really going to be sorry. So make sure later on, I'll have it up on the website, the list of all the things you should remember. So coming up here in the next hour, we're going to have some fun with a lady whose job really is just about playing. She plays at the LA County Arboretum, and she teaches classes, and she's so smart about everything gardening, so I know you've got questions. There's so many good things that you can and should be doing out there to your yard in this month of September. So keep the number handy. It's 888-KFWB-980, 888-539-2980. All the questions you can ask are easy. It's no, we're not going to judge you. In fact, last week we were discovering that there's no such thing as a green thumb. It's just we're all just kind of at different degrees of getting there because we don't want to feel the guilt and the judgment. So it's all good. You can call in, no worries. I mean, can I tell you, I've killed a few plants. So we're going to get to that. And remember, too, that later on as you're hearing all this, you can go to the website, cindydole.com. And while you're there, you can listen to past shows and read some of the articles and blogs that I've done. And, of course, you can see a lot of pictures. Like when you go to the left, you'll see this thing called What I'm Talking About. And that's the project that we worked on just this past weekend. It was really simple. It was spray painting. I mean, come on, spray painting. But it was so fun because it was this it's this little candle screen that I have. It's a metal candle holder screen, if you can imagine it, 3 panels. And when I first got it, it was kind of a creamy white shade. And then over time, because we have it out on the patio, just from the air, the moisture in the air, it kind of has gotten a little rusty. And so we thought, it's time to put a new coat of paint on it. So I said, that's going to be my project. I am going to spray paint it, but not white. I chose cobalt blue. How weird is that, you're thinking? It actually was very, very fun. I have a lot of these Mexican pottery suns that I've collected over the years on the walls out on the deck. And so I picked upon that cobalt blue, like I've learned from designers. You pick a color and you have a little a showcase focus, and that becomes the statement. And so it kind of all pulls it together. But the thing is, I used spray paint. And so I just encourage you to try something with spray paint because I think we just forget about how easy and how fun it is. And once you get going, you go, I don't want to stop. I want to do more. Not like I'm going to do graffiti or anything, but I wanted to do like more painting. It was so much fun. So I went with this metallic blue Rust-Oleum, which of course is the version that's great for outdoors because just from the elements, my little area is not going to be in the rain, but just being in the air, that night air, it can get rusty over time. So go with that, and I think you should check it out. You'll see, and let me know what you think of my little blue screen. It's there talking about what I'm talking about at cindydole.com. But some great things you want to remember is that when you're spray painting, make sure that you do smooth, even passes, not like, all at once. And one thing I always have a tendency to do is get too close. You want to stay back like about a foot away and make sure that you do maybe a few light coats. It's better than one heavy coat. But how fun. You can spray paint anything. A piece of furniture, go for it and do it and email me what you painted. All right, so let's get now to the garden because there's so many great things to talk about. And we're going to learn about what they've got going at the LA County Arboretum. And it's a great place, really, to learn how you can discover and grow more things. Ah, yes, Avatar. It's now rentable. We have it now. I can't wait to see it tonight after seeing it in the theaters. But, of course, we all fell in love with that living tree and all those beautiful things in the garden, Avatar style. But that really is something you can touch and see any day in Arcadia at the LA County Arboretum. And that's where, that's the paradise that Jill Morganelli gets to live in. So, Jill, thanks for being here.
Oh, you're so welcome. Hi, Cindy.
It is kind of like your little avatar, don't you think?
I thought of that when I saw the movie.
Didn't you?
And I cried when they were trying to rip down that big tree.
I
it was
know.
Just, humans. How could you?
I know.
It was horrible.
So you just came flying in, literally, driving in from the Arboretum. What was going on there today in Arcadia?
You're right. My job is the funnest job in Los Angeles. I got to take the LA Master Gardeners on a tour all around the Arboretum, and I really kind of saved some of the special sections, that some of the really cool spots where we've got a lot of things that are going on, things that we're going to be bringing to the public, some of the special projects, and some of the areas that maybe the general public doesn't always get to see or get to know about. And so what a fantastic group of people. I know you had Yvonne on here a couple of weeks ago, our horticulturist for
of the
year for Southern California, and just a wonderful, interactive, very forward-thinking group of people. The lecture was packed, the workshop, the tour, everything was packed, and really interested in some of the new landscaping techniques and new dynamics that we're now seeing in the Southern California landscape and in the Southern California garden.
And is it true that, speaking of the new dynamics, that the Arboretum is keeping up with the changes to be more sustainable? And, I mean, paint a picture for people. When you go to the Arboretum, you literally feel like you're traveling around the world. You're seeing so many different things.
Well, that's because we have collections from all around the world: Madagascar, Australia, the United States. We have primitive forests. We have so many, desert landscapes, Mediterranean kinds of landscapes, Asian sections. And so, that's really what the Arboretum is. It is, in one sense, it is a museum of plants, and it is a collection of plants. And we can travel beyond just our Southern California backyard and go to these, the spiny forests of Madagascar, go to South Africa, do the succulents. I mean, it's fantastic, what we're able to do at the Arboretum and the collections that you can go to, how many places you can hit in one day.
And really, it's very affordable. I mean, you just took us around the world, for what, maybe $7? How much is it?
It's $8. General admission is $8, and I believe children are $3.
See?
So it's so
Trip around the world for
$8. Oh, for the family, and especially if you're a mom and you've got, young kids, you're looking for something to do with them during the week, get them in the stroller. It's terrific exercise to walk around the Arboretum, but it's also, we have big lawns and we have fun. We've got waterfalls. We've got fun things to do with children, lots of wildlife and turtles. We'll talk a little bit about some of the children's programs that we have later.
Speaking of the turtles, I heard in the news that you rescued some turtles from some bad people. No, let me tell you what you did. Am I catching you off guard? I heard,
it's possible.
The word is on the street, that there were some cute turtles that were rescued from, I guess, some really bad guys that had them in their garage.
Okay.
I want to say hundreds of these turtles that have little red ears on the side of their faces. Anyway, and that there was a picture showing that now they are nestled in a new home at the Arboretum.
Oh, they're probably in the Tule Pond. Yeah, I hope that they are.
Yeah.
And they're happy. We've got lots of turtles, and we even in one of the kids' programs that we're having in November, we're having a turtle expedition.
Oh, how fun.
So I'm sure that our new inhabitants would be the stars of that, and the kids can learn about turtles and go and find them and watch them play. And they're wonderful. Yeah, people do that. They bring injured peacocks into the Arboretum and do things like that. Although we're not really able to take on a lot of wildlife, we can always refer them to places around Los Angeles that can.
And so in terms of the changes that we're going to be seeing at the Arboretum, I mean, you literally are making some choices, right, in terms of the plants that are featured to make it more drought tolerant? Did I hear that? No?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are. Because there's the native California plants, but there's a lot of plants that I think started out at the Arboretum that maybe weren't truly drought tolerant. Is that true?
Well, the Arboretum has introduced into the green industry a lot of plants, throughout the years. We haven't done any introductions in a while, but that's one of the areas that we're also looking at, is to go through, because we've got hundreds of thousands of plants at the Arboretum, and some of the most unusual, really cool plants and things that grow very well, obviously, in Southern California if they're thriving in our collection. And so we are kind of looking into maybe at some point in the future bringing some of these Arboretum-specific plants back to the public and re-releasing them back to the public that you couldn't get anywhere else. But the focus right now, and I think as we're going to continue to work in this direction, is we do have low water use gardens. We have a beautiful desert garden. We have a garden from South Africa, the Australian savanna. All of these places that have lower water use plants, but similar climates to the Southern California climate. So if we can pull plants and expand our plant palette as, horticulturists or even avid gardeners, and designers, we can bring them into the Southern California gardens. They're going to be much more compatible with our Southern California, very Mediterranean, kind of dry habitat versus the kind of prototype of the Southern California garden before this, which is really kind of moderate water use plants or tropical looking plants that really take a lot of water. And honestly, is one of the reasons why we've gotten ourselves into this, kind of pickle.
When we come back, we're going to help people make some choices for those low water gardens. Great. And by the way, last time I saw you was at the LA Garden Show, and my chocolate mint is still thriving. Because you sell plants there at the Arboretum, too. The fun continues. Maybe you have a gardening question. 888-KFWB 980. Cindy Dole, Home Wizards. We're back after this.